Gunner James 105. So this video is concentrating more on this bottom rifle here. These are referred to as the Israeli Mauser. This one's, as far as condition goes, is quite beautiful. The condition is very, very good, if not excellent. The bore, certainly, as far as I can tell, not anything that was really used that much. I mean, it's in really, really nice shape. I don't know how it got into this country, but I do know that a friend of mine had it available for sale, and so it came into the collection. These other two are just laying here for sort of a comparison video, or a comparison in the video for the Israeli version, just so that I can kind of show you some differences. But really, I'm not going to get into the history of the Israeli Mauser. There's other videos that are out there if you're interested in looking at this particular version, because they weren't all the same. Different variations were made. Some of them had like the winter trigger guard. Some of the later ones, there were some that still had the disc in the stock for the bolt takedown. And so because these were done up after the war, this particular one anyways, as far as I can tell, because it's got the markings, and I'll flip it around. So this would be the markings from the factory in Czechoslovakia. So if I can get the shadows out of here, but there, that should turn out okay on the, as far as the view of that goes. So the stock is not an original stock. These things were put together from pieces that were left over, pieces that they could still manufacture at this particular factory, because you can see that it has the DOU 45 on there, model 98. So that's an original type German World War II receiver. But none of the numbers are matching on here. None of your, I think the serial number, the serial number on the bolt does match the serial number over here on the receiver. So that's one nice thing. And you can see that at some point there was these holes drilled for a scope. So kind of wrecks the collectability a little bit. And then you can also see that it's been rebarreled for the 7.62 by 51 NATO. So we've got that marked right there, so you don't mess things up or mix things up, just to be sure that you know what you've got. They also put, basically burned into the wood here, of course it's upside down, but 7.62 as well. The wood, I don't know what wood this is. I'm not a wood expert, but it's quite nice wood, and it's in really fine condition. And what was different too on your regular, normal, I guess you'd say, K98s, you didn't have that finger groove, and that's on both sides. But and other than that, this also is a lot smaller in here. So this groove for your fingers by the bolt is small in comparison. So quite a difference there. This particular one is featured in my video where I had taken a Russian capture and removed some of the black paint and all that kind of a reddish shellac. This is an original sling, and that came from this rifle, because what happened was this one, which is not all matching except for the top half. So the top half of this was picked up maybe, well, about half a year ago. This particular one, this rifle, I've done some swapping around here I can swap it back, but what I decided to do was take the Russian capture stock that had the older pattern non-cupped shoulder stock butt plate, because this is the, I believe it was 42 and up or something like that. They went to this style, and then you use that hole there for the bolt takedown. But I decided to take the guts or the receiver and all that sort of thing and just swap them, because this particular one is the older. This is a 1937, and so it fit the stock better as far as its year and the type of stock I would have had. And this one here, there again, I may have messed up when I said that they started with that cupped plate. I believe it was around 40, because this one here is a 40. So that's the Russian capture receiver. So the condition of this stock and how the bluing, or I guess blackening, however the Russians did it, just seemed to look much nicer in this stock. And then this one here that looks a little worn and whatever, it kind of went together a lot better with this stock. So getting back to this one, you can see a difference here too in the way that they put these together, where we've got a pin going through here. It's still got the bayonet lug. I don't believe that they ever came with the cleaning rod, but you can see the difference. I mean, anybody that messes with these Mausers will recognize right away that that's certainly different than what we're looking at here. And then the sight hood is very unique to these rifles, so it's done quite a bit different. It doesn't have that spring steel affair, so I'll try to get a little closer. You can see how that is put together. And this one here, being the 1940, it didn't even have a groove for the sight hood protector, whereas this one does. So I'll just kind of go down the rifle. The other thing too is this sling is original, an original Israeli Mauser sling. Because it's got a particular mark that gives it away. Let me flip that around again. Oops, I got some 308 on clips that would be used for this rifle here, but there's the marking that would tell you that this is the proper sling for this rifle. So this is all an original sling, and that K that's there also shows up. Where is it? There we go. Also shows up there. And I do believe there is, or at least I thought, I'm pretty sure there is, I'm not sure where it is right now, but there is the Star of David on there as well. Somewhere. Oh, there it is. It's rather faint. Whoop. You might be able to see it there. But yes, none of the serial numbers match. You know, that's not the same as other things. There's this bit of it could be like a stock repair here, but it's pretty solid. But overall, very nice rifle. And it actually, I had put in these capture screws, because when you would get these, the way they came, they did not have capture screws in there, so that's something I added myself. But as you can see, the numbers don't match anywhere on this. So this is the Israeli Mauser. The reason too that I'm making this video is because this is going to be leaving the collection, sort of a trade deal on something else quite a bit more exciting for myself. So I've got kind of a record as well of what will be, or will be something that will be gone from the collection. So a little record of that. And there you have it. So thanks for watching.